Imagine the roar of the ocean at dawn, waves crashing like thunder against the hull of a weathered trawler, slicing through the mist-shrouded sea. But this isn't just any voyage, it's a high-stakes hunt for the ocean's elusive bounty, shrimp. Tiny warriors of the deep, swarming in vast, hidden schools, waiting to be captured in a net of fate. You're about to plunge into a world where every second counts, where the line between triumph and disaster is as thin as a shrimp's whisker. From the wild, unforgiving waves to the blazing inferno of industrial might, this is the untold epic of how raw chaos from the sea is forged into perfection on your plate. Buckle up, because once we cast off, there's no turning back. The sun barely crests the horizon, painting the sky in blood-red streaks, as our crew gathers at the bustling port of Galveston, Texas, one of America's shrimp capitals. The air hums with anticipation, diesel engines growling like caged beasts ready to unleash. Captain Harlan, a grizzled veteran with salt-crusted beard and eyes sharpened by decades of storms, barks orders to his team. Nets ready? We're chasing gold today. The massive trawler, the Sea Reaper, vibrates underfoot as it pulls away from the dock, leaving behind the safety of land. Seagulls scream overhead, circling like vultures sensing the feast to come. But out here, it's survival of the fittest. Who will claim the prize first, man or the merciless sea? As the port fades into a hazy silhouette, the open Gulf of Mexico stretches endlessly, a vast, treacherous arena where fortunes are won or lost. The crew scans the horizon, radar screens flickering with ghostly echoes of underwater life. There, salinity's perfect, oxygen levels high, Harlan mutters, drawing on ancient lore passed down from generations of shrimpers. No fancy tech here, it's instinct, the whisper of the wind, the subtle shift in water color from deep blue to murky green. Suddenly, the command rings out, drop the nets. Massive booms swing out, unleashing the otter trawls, enormous funnels of mesh, weighted with colorful buoys and chains that clank like chains of destiny. They plunge into the depths, dragging through the water column, scooping everything in their path. The boat shudders, engine straining against the pull, as if battling an invisible giant below. Minutes stretch into eternity. The crew paces the deck, hearts pounding, sweat beating despite the chill wind. What lurks in those nets? A bounty of pink gold, or just worthless bycatch, jellyfish, crabs, and trash that could ruin the hull? The sea taunts them, waves slapping the hull in rhythmic mockery. Harlan's voice cuts through the tension, haul them up, slow now, or we'll lose it all. Winches groan like tortured souls, cables straining under the weight. Water erupts in a foaming cascade as the nets surface, bulging with life. Shrimp, thousands upon thousands, writhe in a silver-pink mass, their antennae twitching, shells glistening under the rising sun. But chaos reigns, mixed with them are fish flopping desperately, seaweed tangling everything. The crew dives in, gloved hands sorting with lightning speed. Keep the primes. Toss the rest. Shouts echo as unwanted catch is flung back into the waves, a mercy to the sea's balance. Time is the enemy now. Spoilage whispers in the humid air, bacteria eager to turn treasure into rot. The shrimp must be iced immediately, locked in freshness before the sun's heat awakens decay. Massive insulated holds yawn open, crew shoveling the catch into beds of crushed ice, layer upon layer, until the hold brims with frozen potential. The boat turns for home, engines thundering, racing the clock. Back at port, cranes swing into action, hoisting the hull onto waiting trucks. But this is just the beginning. The real transformation awaits in the shadows of the factory, where nature's wild harvest meets man's unyielding machine. The factory looms like a fortress of steel and steam, hidden from prying eyes in an industrial sprawl along the coast. Massive doors grind open, swallowing the trucks whole. Inside, the air thickens with the scent of brine and heat, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead like angry hornets. Conveyor belts awaken with a metallic roar, endless rivers of motion ready to carry the shrimp through their fiery rebirth. First, the weighing. Scales tip under the avalanche of ice and shellfish, registering tons in seconds. 8 metric tons, prime catch, a foreman yells, but there's no time for celebration. The belt surges forward, dumping the shrimp into vast washing tanks where jets of frigid water blast away sand, debris, and the ocean's lingering grip. bubbles explode like gunfire as the shrimp tumble in the torrent, cleaned to perfection. But watch closely, here's where science strikes. Automated sorters kick in, sensors scanning for size, shape, and flaws. Tiny cameras, sharper than a hawk's eye, detect imperfections, a broken shell, a spot of discoloration. Rejects are diverted with a swift pneumatic shove, vanishing down chutes to be repurposed. Nothing wasted in this relentless machine. The primes press on, cascading onto the next belt, where human hands join the fray. Workers in white coats, masks fogging from the steam, inspect with practiced precision, their movements a ballet of efficiency honed by years on the line. Now, the drama builds, the cooking chamber. Massive steam vats hiss like dragons awakening, clouds billowing as the shrimp plunge in. Heat envelopes them, turning pink shells vibrant red, flavors sealing in a burst of transformation. The air crackles with energy, you can almost feel the scalding mist on your skin, hear the sizzle as water meets fire. But precision rules, timers tick mercilessly, 1 second too long and texture turns to mush. Pull them now. The belt yanks them free, into cooling baths where icy water shocks them back, locking in that crisp, juicy bite. Suspense hangs heavy, will they emerge flawless, or has the heat claimed victims? Dripping and steaming, the cooked shrimp march onward to sorting stations. Machines work, dividing them into 6 sizes, from jumbo colossals to tiny salad toppers. Lasers measure, arms pivot, channeling each to its destiny. Inspections intensify, quality control techs prowl like guardians, probing for any flaw that could spoil a meal. No room for error, perfection or bust, one declares, voice echoing over the din. Did you know a shrimp's heart beats in its head, right behind those beady eyes? In this factory frenzy, it's as if the machines have hearts too, pulsing gears and belts driving the rhythm of creation. But the journey deepens. Shells crack under mechanical peelers, blades flashing like lightning, stripping away the armor to reveal tender meat. Deveining follows, a swift slice removing the gritty vein, ensuring purity. Waste? Never. Shells are funneled to grinders, pulverized into powder for fertilizers, animal feed, or even chitin extracts used in medicine. Sustainability pulses through every step, turning byproduct into profit.